Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet, and this is going to be a camper crochet chit chat. As you can see, it is 2:48 in the afternoon and very gloomy out there. It's really sad because this weekend is the car show. We have a car show here. They call it, the name of my campground is Cutty's Sunset. And the car show is called Crusin at Cutty's. And they historically have people bring in cars, like people that camp here bring in their cars, and then people that don't camp here, they've been doing this for way more longer than before I was ever camping here, but they advertise it, and people who don't camp here are also allowed to bring in their cars, and they can be muscle cars, antique cars, whatever kind of car you want. And it's gotten, I guess it was getting to be pretty well known that they do this here every year, and people were coming, and it was getting to be a big thing. And then COVID hit, and then there was nobody coming. You weren't allowed. They still did it with just the people who camp here, but now we're opening things up again, or things are all opened up again, and you can bring your cars in. And so now this is, I think, the second year. And they have 2 or 3 food trucks are here. They have a 50-50 raffle. They have raffle baskets. I don't know what the proceeds go to. And they have cars, and they have they design a t-shirt every year. So there's t-shirts for sale, and then other stuff. So they're like growing it that way to be more like a flea market-y kind of thing as well. Not necessarily flea market, but a bigger attraction anyway. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, and this year it's only a few hours. So this year it's from 3 till 7. But because we had terrible storms last night, and they parked these cars in a field, grassy field. The field's cut, obviously. And they can fit a lot of cars in this field. And historically, they have a burnout pad. If you don't know what that is, it's where you like spin your tires, create the smoke, and then you peel off. The burnout pad goes into a main street where there's a school right across the street, but school isn't in session yet. And they've been doing the burnout pad for years and years and years and years. Last year we had some issues with the local police saying, don't do that, we're going to give people tickets, and they were threatening, and they were pulling over people for doing the burnouts. The burnouts are done on private property, but then you get your car going really fast and you pull out onto the street, and you don't pull right out, I mean you stop, but the local police department were pulling people over. I don't think anybody actually received a ticket, but they threatened to ticket them. And so I don't know how that's going to be this year. Hold on just a second. So anyway, it's raining. Nobody's going to be peeling out today. The ground is really wet, and where they're parking their cars, some of it, like, golf carts are driving through and there's splashing water. So a lot of people did not bring their cars. But at the end of this video, I did take pictures of a lot of the cars. Please note the Mustangs. Those are my favorites. They've always been my favorite cars, an old-time Mustang. But there are not nearly as many cars here this year as there normally is. Okay, so anyway, so at the end of the video, I took some pictures, and there is one car. I think the guy is like kind of leaning on the door, talking on the phone. That's our friend. His name is Ron, and he built that car, like literally from the ground up. It's not something that he, took another car and converted. He physically built that car, so that's kind of cool. I think I might have 2 pictures of it, but one for sure, it's a coppery brown color, and it doesn't have a hood. So he's got like a plastic bag over the engine in the rain because it's raining again. So a lot of cars did not show up. I think some of them were afraid they would get stuck in the mud because it rained so incredibly hard last night. in early evening and on. Um, so it rained so hard that, we have an outdoor kitchen on our camper, and we always has that open when we're here. So it's a it's like the side wall opens up and creates an awning. So it's a big thick aluminum, whatever this camper's made out of, and it's probably 4 foot. The door is probably 4 foot. Yeah, maybe 4 foot long. And then it's 4 foot wide. I don't know. And there's cupboards up here. There's a sink. There's cupboards. There's a refrigerator. Well, it had been raining and raining and raining, and I went to the bathroom, and right on the opposite side of the bathroom is that outdoor kitchen. Obviously, it's outside, but I can hear the rain hitting the awning. I forgot that that was open. Roy wasn't here. He was watching the football game at the neighbors, where they have a covered hard awning on their deck, on their camper, and it's bigger. So they were trying to watch TV, watch the game on their deck, and anyway, they ended up all going into the camper and being very cramped because it rained so hard. But I went to go out to close it, and it had rained in such a manner that the cupboards up here were wet, like the outside of the cupboard doors were wet, like how it rained under and they're at the top. So it was just the weirdest rain, and the sink had water in it, because it doesn't drain it's a weird sink. But anyway, there was like puddles in the sink. I'm like, holy cow. The hole underneath was all soaked, and so I brought out towels, and it was dark. I'm using lanterns. I have little electric or battery operated lanterns because I can't reach the light. There's a light in there, but the way that the camper sits, I can't reach that light to turn it on from the deck. So I had to bring my own like flashlight kind of things, and clean it up and lock it up, and then I was soaked. But and now it's raining again. So no camper crochet out on the deck today. Our deck furniture got soaked. It was just starting to dry when it started to raining, and normally we can leave our deck furniture, most of it, out, the cushions, and it's safe. It doesn't. This is such a wobbly table. I apologize. I'm trying not to move. But I don't do a good job at not moving. I tend to talk with my hands and arms. And anyway, enough of that squirreling. The deck furniture usually stays dry when it rains. The ones that are up against the camper, soaked. Everything. It rained so hard. And now today there's tornado warnings, apparently. Or warnings, I guess. I don't think anything would have seen any, but there's conditions for tornadoes. So I feel real bad for the whole Crusin at Cutty's thing, because there's no, it's, the turnout isn't that great, and because the storms are bad. But that's enough of that. And I do want to welcome you all. 10 minutes in, I'm going to say thanks for being here. And if you're new to my channel, this is a segment I do once in a while, and it's just chit chat while I crochet. I've been more chatting and no crocheting. I am right now working on the third of my granddaughter's blankets for her college dorm room. And this one is the yellow, obviously, yellow with the white. This one is made with, let me show you an unopened. This is a Red Heart Super Saver ombre in the yellow, and I think it's called Sunnyside or something. Let me see if I can find the name. Yeah, the color is called Sunny. I love this yellow. The brightest part of it is just really, really pretty. I don't know how well. I don't know if you can see the different colors very good in this lighting. It's the best I got here at the camper. But let me hold it up again so you can see some of the color variations. I'm into the very brightest. Yeah, we're just not getting a good light, and I don't have the and to the palest color, you can barely, even in person, hardly see the yellow mixed in with the white. The white I am using is This came from Michael's. It's the Michael's brand. Thank you, Miss Trisha, my good friend Trisha from Mama Swift. We did a yarn swap, and she sent me like 12 skeins of white, which I love. And then it's going to be bordered by, let me just reach in the bag here. This bright yellow. And this is also a Red Heart Super Saver. This one is called Bright Yellow. Oh, funny. Huh. And it's brighter. This is a brighter yellow than the brightest yellow in the ombre yarn. Yeah, the lighting here just sucks. I don't know what else to say about that. I've completed a purple one and a pink one, also out of the Super Saver ombre. Jazzy is the color of the pink. I think the purple one is the violet color, but I can't remember. And when I'm done with this yellow one, then I'm going to do the fourth one in this scuba color. One for each of the girls in Chloe's dorm. And I didn't bring the buttons. Then we're going to button them together so they can all have their own blanket and sit on the couch as one blanket, or take them apart and have them individually. And I had buttons made for them, for my daughter-in-law, made them. And they have the initials of their college on there. So there's 4 buttons in each color that say CWRU, Case Western Reserve University. So they move in on the 19th is the official move-in day, which gives me 1 week from today to get 2 blankets done. This is a stitch tutorial by Mikey from the Crochet Crowd. Darn it. I am holding obviously two strands of yarn together. Mikey did this pattern holding 4 strands of yarn together. I'm not holding 4 strands. He said you can work this up in a weekend. I don't know. Maybe with 4 strands. I'm doing it just a little bit differently than what Mikey did. You have some V-stitch rows and you have some just double crochet rows. So I started with the double crochet rows, did the V-stitch, and then you go back and repeat that. So it's like a 6-row repeat of 2 rows that you're repeating. But I wanted more texture, so on the in between the original like border rows, starting rows, I just did double crochets. Then in the subsequent sections up until the last row of double crochets, I did a double crochet row, then the treble crochet to make these ridges, and then double crochet. So it's double crochet, treble crochet, double crochet, and I'm in the around the posts to make the ridge, front, back, whichever way to make the ridges be in the front, depending on the direction you're going. So that was just my trick to give it a little additional texture. And I did the trebles so that the ridges aren't on top of each other like that. I wanted, the space in between. So I thought if I do a treble, it'll give it that extra height to make that happen better. And so that's what I did there. And it actually does work up pretty quickly. I worked on this for a couple hours last night while I was in Zoom, chatting and whatever. I think I had the first, I did a chainless foundation, and I think I had that completed and nothing else, and now I just picked up this. So I had the first row, or first section of double crochets, 1 section of V stitches, and then 1 section of the textured double crochets, and now I'm starting on the V stitches again. It's fancy enough that it's not just plain, but I don't think it's too busy. Being that it's got the ombre and marbled yarn in it. I think I think it looks good. This yellow one mixed with the white is a little bit harder to see some of the yarn colors because the white or the yellow tends to be pretty pale in some spots, but I still think it's good. All their blankets will match, and at the end of the year they can each take a blanket home with them, and they'll have it as a remembrance of their college year this year. So I think that'll be kind of fun, and I'm liking that a whole lot. And I thought, I heard that it was supposed to rain this weekend, and so I'm like, that's going to be a lot of good crochet time, because I'm going to sit in the camper and not sit outside and be wet. I didn't think it was going to rain this hard. I could have sat, if it's just a normal rain, like it's raining pretty nice out, easy rain right now, I could sit out on the deck and be dry and crochet. But it's pretty dark looking out there, so I don't know. I decided I would just stay inside and not have to worry about it. So I'm excited about that. I was going to talk to you and show you my knit project, my knit blanket. I forgot it. And I am working on a test pattern, which the pattern is perfect. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. I love it. For Pamela from Pamela's Adoring Crochet, and I have it enough. She's given me permission that I can show it to you. It's a pattern that's going to be in a crochet magazine in the spring, I think she said. And so I've worked on that, and I wanted to show that to you, but I want to give that its own video anyway. So I was going to make a video with that in it while we were here this weekend. Forgot it. I don't know what the heck I was thinking when we were packing up. But I did remember, which I want to show you, because I got to put it together. Let's see if I can put it together while we talk. So I bought this at the Dollar Tree last year, right at the end of the camping season. And I wanted to bring it here. And it's supposed to be a wall shelf. You can see the picture. And I want to put yarn on it. And I have this Dollar Tree yarn. It's real thin and in my favorite color of purple. And I thought I'm going to hang this up on the wall behind where I normally talk to you when I crochet, if I'm not outside. And it's usually where I sit when I crochet in the camper. Let's see. And there's a wall, and I could hang it next to the windows on the wall. And I forgot about it, and as I'm cleaning out my yarn room and the work in progress that always is. Let's see, we got 2 strings. And you gotta that's gonna be a hard part. Tying them evenly. I think that might be an issue for me, but there's 2 boards. So you gotta cut these in half, I wonder? Because I've got 2 strings, so I guess I gotta cut them in half in order to, because you knotted at the bottom. Well, I was only preparing for 1 shelf, but we'll see. Let's cut this string in half. Hey, these are pretty sharp scissors. I don't remember where I got these, but they fit in my little, just on a side note, I got this pencil case that I use as a notions pouch, and it holds everything I need. I totally love this pencil case. It's metal, so those scissors are really pointy and sharp, and they don't break through it. I'm not going to get poked. They're not going to get stuck on my yarn or anything. I totally love that. I have stitch markers in here. I have several hooks in there. I have a pencil. And I have some darning needles. This darning needle might just be the perfect. Wait, I think this one's got a bigger hoop on this one right here. It's a thinner needle, but it's got a bigger hoop. might just be the perfect thing to get these yarns through the holes, or these strings, wrong string, through the holes in this board. Because this otherwise would be really agitating, I think. Let's see if this will, without breaking. This yarn, this, no, that ain't gonna work so well. This is, okay, got it. Well, if I only cut this in half, I need 2 of these per, oh, right, okay. Per each, as they say. You gotta get just a little of it to go through. I didn't get enough. Anyway, I'm gonna put these yarns on this and hang it up on my wall. That's my plan. And I forgot about it until I was cleaning out my yarn room. You take and make a little knot in the bottom of this. Oh wait, I forgot. I gotta put the hoop on it. Darn it. Try again. And I thought I'm just gonna do it and hang it up, and it'll be really cute. So let's see. I'm gonna pause you while I finish it. Okay, so I'm back. So this is the plan. Is to hang it like that and put it up in the wall behind me when I'm crocheting in the camper. I thought it would be a cute camper decoration to show off some yarn space. And this is the Crafter's Square from Dollar Tree. This is 100% acrylic. It's called Princess Yarn. 2.1 ounces, 410 yards, and I do believe it is a 1 weight. So I didn't realize that this was even a 2-pack when I bought it. I have 6 skeins of this, so I don't know if I'm going to make the other one and hang them side by side, like, well, one up a little higher and one down. I only have one hook right now. It's an elephant hook that I got from my friend Anita from y.o.h crochet. But I will hang this one, and if I can make it hang, and take a picture of it and show you before the car show pictures. And that's really all I have for you today, because this got to be a lot longer video than I thought it was going to be. And I might make the other one and just put amigurumis on it too. That might be cute as well. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I can only hang one today because I only have one hanger. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribe, and hanging out with me here a little bit in the yard, in the camper on this gloomy, rainy day. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.